Hey guys, Frank here from Realhub, and thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I want to talk about the property management tools that we're bringing out based on the new partnership with LJ Hooker that's going from strength to strength. So really, part of the whole process of re-looking at how we can bring out immense amounts of value for LJ Hooker, we thought about what is the feedback that we're getting from all the offices that are using us. So we have around 250 active offices working with the system and providing feedback all day, every day. And what we found is a lot of the feedback was around, what can we do in the property management space to make sure that it's not just, all these tools for sales and then we're missing out on great functionality for property management. So we took this part of, what the challenges that we want to solve, and we've thought, hey, the proposal tool is something that provides immense amount of value for property management. So let's make sure that part of this new offering, we bring out a pre-list and a proposal for the property management space. Now, in a nutshell, what is the tool? Well, quite simply, every time you're in property management and you're going to pitch to a new homeowner to get their property for rental on the market, what you need to be able to do is, through the system, put together information that's going to help you close that deal. And so the idea with the pre-list, it's a really quick and easy touch point that you can send away straight away after you might get that phone call that someone says, hey, I want you to come and do an appraisal for me. Or a proposal that's more in-depth around what kind of marketing we're going to do, what's our strategy, and how we're going to do it. The key why this is important for property management is the reality is often you have investors who are not even in the local area. So you can't sit with them and show them things and talk through things. You may have to do it on the phone. You may have to send them something that they're going to read from the comfort of wherever they are. So what we want to do is make sure that that's not a PDF, because you have no insights, no data, no way to know how that's working. So what we want to do is send them something that's digital, that's live. So as you negotiate and make changes, it reflects to them. But most importantly, out of everything, we make something that can be tracked. So when I send this out to the client, I can see when they open it. It sends me an SMS. I can view how long they've been reading it for. I can see how far they've gotten through the presentation. And every time they open it, I can see when they've done so. So what they're telling me is the level of engagement that's happening through this presentation. And that helps me realize where they are in the process. So what I'll do is I'll dive in, I'll give you a bit of a high level how it's going to work, understanding everything has a detailed training around it. So today is really showing you the tool, what it can do and what it can mean for your business. Now there's a whole section for the sales team. They have all touch points as well. This is really all about property management. So let's dive on in. So what you're going to notice on the Realhub system, this is the dashboard, which is you're seeing in front of you. I'm going to open up, I want to show you something that's so important. Everything I'm doing here can be done from a mobile device, a tablet. You don't need an app. You can just jump on the internet and do it. So everything I'm doing here, I can create, and then I can go win new business, pre-list and proposal straight from my device here. I'm not going to worry about doing that for today's session, but I just want you to understand that you can do that. So what we'll do is we'll go through the process. What does it look like to do that pre-list? Well, on the right-hand top side, we have a button called Create. It then says Win New Business, Pre-list and Proposal. And so that's what we want to do. We're going to click on that. We're going to then put in the property address. What is the property address that we're going to go pitch for the business? Or perhaps they want to ask us to come in to talk about that. So what we can do is we search the property, we click on it, we then choose our office, we choose the property management agent, and then we say create. From here, what you'll see is there's the two touch points that are for rentals or property management. First is the pre-list, and that's what I want to do first. I click on that, and what you notice is there's not many sections to fill in, because for us, especially in the property management space, is we understand there's a lot of pressure. There's not much time and there's so many things to do. So what we want to make sure is using the Realhub platform, it's going to save you time in your business, and time at the end of the day is money based on either getting through more deals or purely based on, just saving hours. So what we do here is we click on it. We then can see that we can add in testimonials. So that's really key for social proof. And then we can say preview and edit. And this will then show you what this pre-list looks like. And understanding everything I'm about to show you is completely customizable. So what we know is when we're working with a network like LJ Hooker, it's vast. There's many offices in many different areas, and that's the strength of the brand. So what we need to make sure we do is allow you to have the flexibility. Make it work for your area, for your core market. So as I scroll through, you'll notice I can change images. So quite simply, I can click on the image and update it to reflect more my market. I can change things like the content. So as I scroll through, you notice I have the ability to edit text, to turn off sections, turn on sections. I can change areas. I can move sections up and down. So on the left-hand side, I have these arrows to move sections up and down to make it my workflow. But so important to understand is moving forward, it's going to save the workflow that you like. So you're not going to have to each and every time come in here, make changes to images. The idea is you work it once, you set 1 to 2 hours to make sure it's all beautiful and perfect and fits what you like. And then moving forward, you create it, and as you saw, it's 1-2 clicks, and then we can send it away. So what I won't do is worry about scrolling through the whole way through, but just understanding as I skim through, I have a menu here. I can quickly jump to certain sections. I can download a PDF, so it's a print version as well. And then I can scroll up, I hit go back, and then I can now share this quite simply to the homeowner. So what you'll notice, I turn on the share link, and then I have 2 links, a client link and a review link. Quite simply, a review link is for internal purposes. If you want to review what it looks like quickly, you use that link and pop it open. If you want to send something to the client, you use the client link. Why do we do that? Because we want to track the data. So when the client opens it, we can track that. And I'll go through a couple of other things that we can track. So really key there is the difference between the two. We also then have the ability to SMS it. So you can SMS this to yourself, and then you forward it on to the client. Now, the reason we don't you SMS it directly to the client is because we don't want it to come from Realhub. We want it to come from you, the property management agent. So you can do that, but I find probably the most common with property management is emailing it. So you copy that link and then you paste it into an email so you can do your own kind of spiel around it. We'll then go from here and I'll click on Insights just so you realize that what we track. So we can track how far people have read through the presentation. We can track how long they're reading the presentation for, so the viewing time. We can track the total number of views, so every time they view, and then we give you a timestamp every time they've opened it, so you can see that level of engagement. And so important to understand is we can also SMS you every time they open it up so that you know that someone has engaged with it. And so then you can be on the front foot if you want to put in that call and say, hey, I just want to check in to see how you're going, because they may have opened it up and you want to make sure that everything's going well. So I really hope you can see the importance of getting insights into your business where you can send these out really nice and quick and really get to understand how people are interacting with it. So that takes us to the end of this session all around property management. What I want you to see is that the LJ Hooker partnership with Realhub, as it continues to progress, is really focusing on the end-to-end, the whole business, and where we can provide as much value and continually make sure that we are pushing the LJ Hooker network forward to make sure they have the right tools at the right time to secure the right properties. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to working through with you the different series with all the different areas of what we're going to do, part of the new subscription. Thank you so much. My team and I are looking forward to working with you. Thanks.